Oh god, oh frick, I'm back on my bullshit and just in time for the May pairing contest. This title doesn't feel long enough. That's what she said. Though we, as a society, really ought to stop shaming people for their pool noodle size. By Super Trampoline. A super trampoline story with no embedded links or pictures. That is a super powerful smell. Smells good. I finally done editing my ladyship touchdown. Happy, how is it like Steph Curry? Precisely like Steph Curry. How spicy? Yeah, this one is one of the things I be. Okay, so you know the drill. I'm going to write a really dumb story and you're going to read it and maybe you downvote it or maybe you upvote it. I don't know, but the point is, you know full and well what you're getting into here. So don't come complaining to me in the comments section like a little bitch, unless you're Winona. Because she literally is a little bitch. Haha, get it? She's a small female dog. So in this story, Tempest Shadow and Pinkie Pie are going to fuck shit up together. They could fuck each other, but I don't think I want to try to keep this teen rated. Although, to be fair, I've gotten away with some pretty questionable things while keeping to the teen rating in other stories like the Princess Molly one and the Starlight and Trixie Do the Kiss one. Both of which I'm too lazy to link because I'm off my ADHD meds because I'm out of them until tomorrow, so I'm going through withdrawals, which basically means I'm really fucking tired and lethargic. Like I took a 3-hour nap earlier today. Anyway, one day, Ponks was like, "You, Tempura, by the way, that's your new nickname. Sorry, not sorry. Can I go down on you?" And Tempest Shadow was like, "Yo, what the fuck? I know you're all about free love, but I'm sort of not really, but yeah, really look, it's complicated, we're both complicated mares, dating Twilight." Author's note. Someday when I have 300 or 400 or 500 to burn, I really want to commission Aragon to basically write Resting Witch Face, but for Twilight and Tempest instead of Glim Glam and Trixie. But I still want them to also show up too as secondary characters, and I want it to be a teen rated with the sex and profanity tags instead, so Aragon can use more of his fanatic dirty humour. Oh, now that my ban is over, I should see if he has published any more of his fantastic comics. Seriously, check out his comic blog posts if you haven't. He is really great at writing them. So Pinkie Pie was like, for sure, I got you fam. And I'll be your wingman too. Anyway, Tempsy, when you invaded Equestria, why didn't you use any actual gunpowder like my cannons do? And Tempest was like, because it's a fucking PG movie for a TV-Y show. The Storm King and eyes action in reality would probably have killed dozens if not hundreds or even thousands of creatures, and I'd be considered a war criminal, but because this is magical happy fantasy land, now I get to snog the de facto ruler of this nation instead of get executed or spend the rest of my life in unsexy jail. Pinkie Pie was like, okay, I get that, but you know I actually have gunpowder because I have fucking party cannons. Except this is Pinkie Pie logic, so I don't end up with severe burns every time I fire one. And also firing one into someone's face doesn't instantly kill them. Anyway, I have a fuck ton of explosives, and Trixie does too, but this is for the May pairings contest, so she's not going to show up in this story. Anyway, do you want to blow up shit in the desert? Hempfest was like, yeah, sure, that sounds fun. I can get to know you more, weird pink thing. So they skated through a wormhole in Scott Pilgrim's brain, which the Scott Pilgrim comic book series elaborates so much on more than the movie. Anyway, they did that to save time and ended up in some desert in Equestria. I don't fucking know which one. There are like 3 or 4 deserts on the official map of Equestria, so like take your pick, my dude or dudette, or whatever the non-binary form of that word is. So So Pinkie grabbed from her bag of holding, scratch that, mane, a stick of dynamite because of course she did. And she was like, yo, Alfred Nobel invited this shit and it's fucking fetch. You can blow stuff up with it and it's used for blasting tunnels for like rail construction and also sexy damsel in distress artwork on image fat, scratch that, Derpibooru. Anywho, you want to try it? And Temperate Biome was like, fuck me, what the fuck am I getting into? But yeah, sure, you got a match or something? And then Ponk was like, dude, fucking use your horn like a natural lighter. Like if you were at a boomer rock concert, you would just wave it around during the power ballad instead of a real lightsaber. Or do what all the kids are doing, just use their fucking phone screens. And Fizzy Wizzy was like, okay, so I know you don't usually think about things like safety, but what do I do after I light it? Punkers was like, oh yeah, no, that's a valid question, and you fucking run? Or I mean, I think you can kick it? I know you're really good at kicking things based on the action sequence in My Little Pony, the movie where you froze all the princesses in stone, because by the 8th season or 7th season or whatever My Little Pony the movie came out, there were way too many OP, overpowered, not original poster, characters, and you needed to easily nerf a bunch of them. I mean, Discord doesn't even fucking show up, save a brief end credits cameo, because he's a fucking reality warper. Just like Luna doesn't show up in the season 2 finale. Thanks to the magic of fanfiction, however, several people have written about why Discord wasn't around during My Little Pony the movie, but enough about that. You can definitely try kicking the dynamite. I don't think it will immediately explode or anything, but just to be safe, it really probably is better to just throw it. Apparently you're good at throwing things too, because I heard through the rumour mill that you threw out Twilight's back last week during sex. I'm really happy for you two, by the way. I absolutely love the way her face lights up when she's talking about you, or light it and run away. I mean, I think the fuse burns for a while, but also we use a much longer fuse than the ones that show up in cartoons, which is ironic given that we're cartoon characters. Seriously, the fuse is like 8 feet long. Then Tempest was like, okay, cool. And she lit it with her sparky horn, and then she and Pinkie ran back and hid behind a flimsy plywood facade of an American Wild West building like you see in Blazing Saddles, which is an excellent movie I watched on an airplane flight once. And goddess damn did that shit fucking blow up. Boom went the dynamite and it exploded and left a little crater in the desert, and it was cool as fuck. And Tempest's shadow was like, yo Pinkie, you got any more of this stuff? And Pinkie Pie, being fucking Pinkie Pie, had like a whole stack of 6 sticks arranged in a little pyramid. So then they lit the fuse on that cornucopia of kaboom and ran, and when it exploded it was an even bigger boom, which a few local seismographs even picked up. And Tempest was like, holy fuckballs, this makes me wet. Pinkie, I retracted what I said earlier. Please go down on me. So Pinkie Pie ate out Tempest's shadow in the desert for approximately 40 minutes, and Tempest came 3.5 times. If I explained the half part, I think it would bump the story's rating up to mature. So you'll just have to take my word and use your imagination. Which, I mean, you have to do anyways when it comes to Pinkie Pie. shagging anybody, including you, on account of her not being real, which fucking sucks. Because trust me, I would totally fuck Pinkie Pie. Both of which I'm too lazy to link because I'm off my ADHD meds, because I'm out of them until tomorrow, so I'm going to... But I still want them to also show up. But I still want them to also show up too as secondary characters, and I want it to be a teen rated. But I still want them to show. And Tempest was like, because it's a fucking PG movie for a TV/Y show. Because it's a fucking PG movie for a TV-Y show. The Storm King and eyes on Image Fap scratch that Derpibooru.